Yes, guys. So good to see you. So many people, at least realizing that you should read newspaper. Like one of the basic problem what majority of students are doing is just read handouts or monthly magazines. This doesn't help you to clear CSAT also. Okay, because you don't know what's there in the comprehension, how to understand it and all. So there are two things here. First is we'll try to see how to identify like what is important and what is not important. Okay. Second, we'll focus on notes making. Third, we'll try to see how to integrate it with static syllabus. Okay. So now to begin with, see, first 5 minutes of your work, I want you to spend in identifying what is important and what is not. Don't waste your time in first reading from page one. You may get breaks in between. Okay, let's say, sir, I'm very busy, I'm traveling, I'm not able to do the today newspaper, because first thing you skip is reading newspaper. If you're busy, you don't want to read newspaper. I want at least to spend 5 minutes to know what is there in the headlines, awareness. After that, underline it and you can read. When people have confusion, what to read? For example, should we read Hindu newspaper, Indian Express, Down to Earth, PIB? Lot of things comes into picture. You're reading newspaper first to identify the issue, not to study about it in detail. First work is what is happening. Okay, now for example, let us say the news. Let's go one by one. Its first page varies from newspaper to newspaper. This is from Delhi. Okay, Hyderabad will be completely different from Delhi one. So whatever is the issue, in the first page, whatever comes is very, very important for you. Even if it is with respect to some other country, some president got elected, some prime minister got elected, even then it becomes important. Okay. So now, if you see here, Prime Minister Modi hails 35 million diaspora as India's pride. Okay. First, it is about PM Modi. See this. When Modi speaks as a politician, the newspaper heading will tell Modi. Okay. When he talks as a prime minister, that is when he is a BJP head, they call him Modi. When he speaks as India head, they call it PM Modi. And apart from any political statement, if he is going out, the first major thing that you have to do is where has he gone? Okay. So let us say this topic is important for you. Don't think beyond this. Okay, I'm just trying to see what is important and what is not important. Prime Minister has visited abroad. Okay. So the issue is very, very important for us. Second, Supreme Court to examine PN's plea. Okay, see here. Supreme Court has examined. Supreme Court is giving judgment. Supreme Court to examine. What is it? It is about in future, Supreme Court is going to give a judgment. So, whenever it is in future, don't study. It's not important. Maximum what you need to know is, okay, it is about some university law. That's it. If you try to read, right, if you try to read these type of articles, because Supreme Court is there, many people feel if Supreme Court is there, it's important. High Court is there, it's important. No. Supreme Court has taken up the case, not important. Supreme Court is giving, is collecting evidences, not important. Supreme Court has given judgment on this. On the day of judgment, you will. This is very essential. GST, you see, okay. GST India planned for almost 10 years. Not even a single question came on GST for 10 years. But when GST was passed, question was asked. So question will come not in the bill stage. It will come in final stage. But let us say debate is going on, UCC, simultaneous elections. When some debate is going on, mains they will ask the question, not in prelims. That too when you have significant, what you call content to write. I'll come to that. So this is not so important. You only tell now. India tells WTO. Forget about the rest. Is it about India? Yes. Is WTO an international organization? Is that important? Whatever is the issue, whatever is the issue, you have to know that it is important. Okay. This because Indian Prime Minister has gone abroad. This because India is talking to WTO. Now you see, help stop harassment of migrant workers. Bengal CS to Odisha counterpart. Okay. So here, Chief Secretary of Bengal is telling to Odisha counterpart that, migrant workers harassment must be stopped. This is only from one government to another government. Now, should I read or not? When you have confusion, better to read. Don't think much. When you read, see, what is the case here? Harassment is going on. When you have something of that sort, at that point, you can use it as a case study. Okay, you can use it as a case study. What is a case study here? Something is happening with respect to people. That you check, that's enough. I'll come to that. You see this. Nipah virus resurfaces in Kerala. 2 cases reported. Okay. This is there in news regularly from last 3-4 years. Here I'm talking to two type of people. One, for the first time you are listening Nipah virus. Okay. Second, those who have already given attempts, those who have read newspapers, in your science and technology classes, Nipah virus is already done. Don't worry. Sir, I'm listening it for the first time. I don't know. Like I have heard somewhere, but I have never read about it. Then about the virus you see, symptoms you see, not more than. Don't make notes from here completely. What you have to do is make note about Nipah virus. I'll come to how to make notes, but this is where you have to first focus on this. If you have not read, you should read science and technology. If you have already read, don't waste time because it is not coming for the first time. It is resurfacing. Okay. Now, see this. This page will be city. This varies from one city to another city. Don't read. Okay. If you are preparing for TSPSC, APPSC, TG, KPSC, local news, then you, else this page you can leave. Don't even go through. This is little important. This is specifically with respect to states. Okay, now MCD seizes 6 vehicles day after government seeks pause on fuel ban. Will they ask how many vehicles are banned? How many did they take? High Court seeks report. Now you see, what is it? High Court seeks report. Are they giving judgment or are they taking report? Taking report is not important. When is it important? When they give judgment. Seeks report from Kerala government on use of central funds. Delhi police releases 6 detained illegal Bangladeshis. Is it important? Police arrest someone, release someone. Don't waste your time. BJD demands. BJD is a political party. Political party keeps on demanding something or the other. Every political party. Don't waste your time. Right? Pune rape. Contradictions in statements, say police. Again, investigation, interrogation. Don't read until and unless you have any interest in the case. That means if you're following something, else it's of no use. What is the use of seeing day to day what is happening? Many people get scared of newspaper thinking that you have to read a lot. In this, Jai Gujarat slogan triggers insult outcry from Sena UBT. It is between two political parties. Okay. See, High Court will call in CBI if TN police fail to act against Ponmudi. High Court is not giving judgment. They are telling if you fail to act against him, then I will call CBI. Nothing to do with news. High Court orders Parbhani police to lodge FIR. Have they given judgment? They are just asking them to file FIR. FIR against varsity professor, others for stir over teaching Hindi in Maharashtra schools. Okay, see this. Now, can I say this is with respect to language, right? You can use it as a passing reference. Don't make notes. What you can do, you can write unity in diversity, social issues, society. At that point of time, recently in Maharashtra, there was still that Hindi should not be taught in. That's it. As example, you can write, not detail about what has actually happened. Rape accused, not required. Telangana AP issues may be resolved at July 10 meet. See guys, may be resolved. You don't. So don't read. Naga tribes to resume protest against state's job reservation policy on July 9th. One important thing is Northeast India. Okay. We do not have complete clarity of what happens in Northeast India, right? South India, North India, at least you know political parties. When you talk about Northeast India, you do not have little idea as well. Most of the people don't know where Nagaland is. If we give northeastern states, they can't identify. If that is the scenario, what happens is when you read about Northeast, see here, a committee representing 5 major Naga tribes, you get into the issue. Angami, right? Ao, Lota, Rengma, Sumi. You understand that they are tribes because we don't know about them. So what happens? It is an exposure for you. If you don't read these, you don't know about whom you are talking. And this is India. Without your knowledge, you should have clarity of Northeast. Because Jammu Kashmir, Northeast, right? And when it comes to Naxal dominated area, this is part of internal security. You should have clarity of who they are. What are they fighting for? This is awareness. Some things you need to know at least to know who they are. This entire thing, no need to make notes. I'm not asking you to make notes. You see whether issue is important or not. But tomorrow, when you listen to terms like Angami, oh, you'll get to know acha, these are associated with Naga tribe, right? Then Kiran Mazumdar Shah and Sidramaya continue to spar. Spar means fighting over COVID-19 vaccines. Not required. Politicians and businessmen, if they speak, see, this is just advertisement. Now comes the real problem. See, guys, first this one settled semantics. Sees this as okay. These two mandatorily you should read. This is where they will give a very big issue in a gist form. You will understand how to start and how to end. Every day read this to know complete analysis of an issue. These two are written by Hindu people itself. Opinions won't be there. It's purely about what has actually happened. That gives you clarity. And you should read this to improve your English, especially comprehension. I would suggest you, even possible, either read like late night, or you read 2:30 to 4 every day. Those who are practicing CSAT, 2:30 to 4, half an hour, you see this page, to begin. This is the language of your CSAT paper also. Exact same language will be there in CSAT paper. If you people are not following that, it's very, very difficult. Okay, now you saw SPAR. Many people don't understand what it is. Many a times in exam, you don't understand terms when you're reading. Indian, sorry, UPSC exam doesn't cross beyond Hindu newspaper language. If you are getting reading regularly, you get familiarized. It becomes easier. This is an exam where on the day of exam, you cannot take pressure. If pressure has to be reduced, it should have been part of your life. And when it will be part of your life, when you are reading them regularly. Here comes the next one. See. Two democracies and the echoes of tyranny. Okay, PSAR students might have recollect. Monarchy is individual who will rule well. Tyranny is the individual who is corrupt. Now, when you look at it, two democracies and the echoes of tyranny. Who has written? First important thing is Hindu newspaper is biased. Okay, it is anti-government, not just BJP, any government they are biased. So, first see who has written. Is a senior advocate designated by the Supreme Court of India. Okay, I don't want you to read advocates. I want you to read judges, CBI directors, IPS, IAS, diplomat. When you write theirs, it would be easy. Don't try to read professors. You see this. A deliberate strategy to usher in a communal order. Who is he? D. Raja. He is actually General Secretary, Communist Party of India. Political party MPs, MLAs, if they write, don't waste it. Who are important for you? Who are important? Judges, diplomats, officers. See guys, let me tell the difference. There was an article about women issues in India. Okay, one article was written by a professor. Another article was written by secretary, under secretary, women and child development ministry. Now the first article was all about men are responsible for women's problem. Patriarchy is responsible. They have written 5 pages only about patriarchy. Nothing to do with what has actually happened in India. When it came to secretary, under secretary, she had written in 1947 when India got independence, we did a census properly. So from 1951 census, if we take, infant mortality rate in India was how much? Maternal mortality rate was how much? Women's life expectancy at birth at that time was 28 years. Okay. Today it has reached to 62 years. Then she told, we have started at this point. Today we have reached to this point. This has been possible by government schemes like this. She started telling, we might have been slow, we are studying. We are working effectively towards that. She was giving a hope that there is possibility of change. How did we change from 32 to 60? 67 today. 67 life expectancy at birth is very good. How did we reach that? That is possible only because of our efforts. So, you are an officer, you are not preparing for NGO exam. You are preparing for UPSC where you should give them hope that if you come, you are going to change. That's why articles written by officers will not be biased. It will be about the statistical data that they analyze. So always read government related things. Don't make notes from these two ways. This and this, you're doing only to study every day. Okay. Then 6. Pilgrim's Progress. Just look at the issue and then you read. What is the issue? It is all about Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. Where is Kailash Manasarovar? For example, you don't know about a particular place. Okay. What is Char Dham Yatra? You have not visited. Fine. You have not visited this. You have not visited that. Something, let's say Andaman and Nicobar. All of a sudden, they talk about some island in Andaman and Nicobar. My point is, you have not visited. Fine. But you should be able to tell what is present in that particular area. What is there in Kailash Manasarovar? Why are people planning to go? Did you get my point? What is present when I talk about, like, uh, Chardham Yatra? Temples? Yes. What is that? Shivling. Okay. Anything? No, no, no. Not that. Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri. What are those? Just remember, this is the difference. Okay. So you have four places: Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri. Okay. From, like, Badrinath, Alaknanda river flow. Okay. From Kedarnath, Mandakini river flows. From Gangotri, Bhagirathi river flows. From Yamunotri, Yamuna river flows. These are not temples, sources of river. Wherever there is source of river, we build temple and pray to it. Okay. Point is, you study this as four temples. Vishnu is there, Shiva is there, like, who is there? But when you are not focusing on which rivers are coming, UPSC focuses on that. If they give, match the following. Are you getting the point? Now, what is there in Manas River? Which river originates? What are the rivers that come? What are you going to see there? Why is it so important? So this is where I want you people to work on. This is exam preparation. Okay, anything. Why people met at Prayagraj? What was the reason? No. Why once in 12 years? Jupiter. Yes. I had told why once in 12 years. Why this time 144? 12 into 12. Jupiter takes 12 years to go around. Okay. So in the respect for Jupiter, we normally do, because Jupiter holds what you call as asteroids. Okay. I'm just trying to tell, did you see Prayagraj in news for at least 1 month? Every day it was in news. What will be the question? Will they ask how many people went, how much money they earned? It will be more about the scientific aspects associated with it. The point is, you don't want to study, you're more into what's going on. Are you getting the point? Once Maggie was banned in India. Okay, Maggie was banned in India mainly because of the lead that was added. Now, who will study? Like, people were like, okay, Maggie got banned, Maggie got banned. You are an officer. Someone comes to you. You are head of that or in charge of that problem. Someone will come to you and ask, why did you ban Maggie? What was the reason? They were using some chemical. Okay. What did they not follow? You see on a food packet what all ingredients must be there. That is clearly written. They had not mentioned the actual chemical that was used. Then UPSC question in that year was, what is the procedure of showing, like, what all chemicals are there? Because Maggie tried to say that according to your procedure, we need not show how much lead is there. You had only asked for food ingredients. You did not ask for storage ingredients. So we did not show. This was asked. So the point is, when you have an issue, you have to understand the issue. You are the officer there. You are not customer. The moment you feel yourself as customer and look at the issue, the moment you see yourself as a, huh. So why to go to Chardham? Why to go to Chardham? A tourist will see, okay, temples are there. Okay. Officer should know that I am going there to conserve this. When I talk about Ganga conservation, it starts from here. So this is the difference in your preparation. Now, all this is only for reading, guys, not to make notes. If you find anything interesting you want to remember, then you make a note. Else, don't waste your time in writing down each and every point from this. You see this case. I want you to first to know who is talking about, okay? Anything for that matter, who is talking about it plays a very important role. China used conflict between India and Pakistan as a live. Okay, that means which weapons of China would work, which weapons of China will not work. For example, India launched BrahMos. China's missile system is there. Are they capable of identifying or? So if they are not capable, then China understands that India is much advanced than. So can I wage war against India? No. If I am waging war, what equipments I should purchase? Because China took S-300 from Russia. India took S-400 from Russia. There are differences. So, who is talking about it? It is spoken by Lieutenant General. Okay, whenever army people talk, you observe normally in newspapers, army people won't talk. Retired people leave, don't worry. But existing people, if they are talking anything, it is very, very important from two. One is internal security, another one is with respect to science and technology. And whatever equipment they talk, it should be written. Terms, guys. New age military technology. Okay, new age military technology, defense technology, borrowed knife. Like 81% of the military hardware that Pakistan gets is from China. These type of informations, who is giving you? What is the relationship between Pakistan and Turkey? How is it affecting India? Pakistan and China, how is it affecting India? Where do you get the content? These are the content. So who is talking matters a lot. If the same thing is spoken by minister, not required. If the same thing is spoken by some retired person, not required, because retired people analyze differently. A person who is standing in uniform is responsible. If he speaks nonsense, people will scold. There are few people retired. They fought in 1971 war. They'll be shouting, "Hey, go India, go hit and all." That is not important. Just because they are military people doesn't mean what they tell makes sense. Only officer in position makes sense. There is restriction in what he speaks, and whatever he speaks makes sense. You should identify that particular thing first. You see here, now you see Congress renews call for discussion. Political news. High Court rejects plea. Government has no position on Dalai Lama succession, insists MEA. China warns against interference. Is this between India, China, Tibet? Is this in, which page you see? News page. Guys, India, China, India, Russia, if any issue occurs, it will not be present in international relations. World page, it won't come. It will come only in news page. Okay, you should always remember news page will focus more on IR. It is not world page. What is world page? For example, in United States, election is going on. World page. If Trump wins, what is India's relationship with Trump? News page. Do you get? Many people think IR is world page. No, that is only for optional. For others, it is more about this. You see, India, Pakistan, China, they could have given in world page. This you see, government has no position on Dalai Lama succession, insists MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. China warns against interference. India-China relation. You see here. National Herald case. Sonia Gandhi counsel. Is it important? Political news, and that too, judgment is not there. Manipur government sets December target to wind up relief camps. They have given target for refugees to move out. Just read that once. As I told you, Northeast India. Any issue, if it is there, please try to read, because every issue is a new issue. You won't be aware what is happening in Northeast much. You see here, India won't ink trade deal based on deadline. India, are they talking about the country? Whoever it is, you can go through it once. If it's not politician, okay. Now, allow Aadhaar and ration cards for Bihar poll roll revision. India block. Okay. Is this associated with elections? Yes. So, India bloc is a political party, not so important. But issue is little important. What are they asking for? Aadhaar and ration cards for Bihar poll roll revision. Tomorrow they can ask you, Election Commission wants to add new names to the, what do you call it as, electoral rolls. What are the documents considered? Which documents you have to show to prove that you are a citizen of a particular place? That can be a question. Okay, so that's the reason issues you should just check. Enumeration form given to 87% electors in Bihar for voter list revision. Actually, see, why are they working so much? Telangana had elections, Andhra had elections, people were not bothered much. Why in UP, Bihar? Because of illegal migration. Lot of illegal migrants come, they vote at a particular time and go back. Telangana also, many people come from North Karnataka and many other parts, they vote in election and they go back. So people will have dual name list and all. That's why some political parties say, like, have. So from where people are coming will be seen. CJI assures complete transparency in the collegium system for appointments. You see, CJI, Chief Justice of India, he is giving a statement. Read. Congress. Supreme Court Collegium recommends appointment of 39 judges. They have just given the list. This, once you read, like, polity, anyways, you will get to know how judges are appointed. So don't worry about the process as of now. You see, families of 47 victims of Air India plane crash receive interim payment. They have received payment. Only why they had the accident. That two technical details may be asked if at all they go in detail about. Okay. No one will ask you which college they went and hit. Right? DGCA warned Air India Express about delay in fixing Airbus engine. Not required. About the issue, you see. Webinar to discuss vitamin D deficiency to be held tomorrow. Tomorrow they will give you what they discussed. Okay, you read tomorrow. Supreme Court refuses to intervene in HDFC CEO's plea. Refuses. See, half of the thing is Supreme Court won't give judgment. Right? It is all about, it is receiving, it is saying no. See, Supreme Court refuses. Supreme Court has not even accepted. Then also they are posting it here. CUET UG, one candidate scores 100 percentile in 4 subjects, 17 back top score in 3 subjects. Don't show to your parents, like, what you have done. So, business. India unveils aluminium copper vision document series. Directly they're talking about what? Indian government vision documents. Right? Very, very important. Okay. I'll come to that. SEBI bans Jane Street, its company. Right? Cartelization. CCI calls for records from Ultratech Dalmia. What is cartelization? What is the meaning of, like, CCI, Competition Commission of India? What is cartelization? 3-4 companies coming together and fixing rates. What is the role of Competition Commission? To ensure that every company competes with other, so that rates reduce. If everyone comes together, rates increases. That, just see the meaning of the terms. In heading, when you see any term and if you are not understanding, put effort, because today everything is in your fingertips. You can just check what it is. Learn 5 words every day from newspapers. That itself will help you to change, and use the same lines in your answers. Few companies coming together, cartelization, huge difference is there. If you can make it part of your language, world. Serious. This page is only for awareness. The moment you come to this page, keep Atlas with you. Okay. World. Kyiv struck by Russia's largest aerial assault since the start of Ukraine war. They have put some 550 bombs. Not required. What you have to know is where they dropped the bomb. Okay. Normally they will ask, this city is in news. Which country it is from? Right? Places in news. Nothing more. Russia becomes first nation to recognize Taliban regime. Okay, this becomes important. The reason is not UPSC, but other exams they normally ask which country was the first. But this is changing the goal. You see, China imposes anti-dumping duties on European. I hope you WTO when you read, economy when you read, you come across terms like anti-dumping duties. As I'm telling you, you're a fresher. You don't know anything. But when you read this, you don't know what they're talking. Don't read the article. Search about anti-dumping duty. YouTube, even if you take 5 minutes, you will get to know what it is. Learn about the names if you are not able to understand. Headings, if you are not understanding, that means you can't solve CSAT. If you don't understand language of headings itself, what will you solve? Right? Mandatorily, at least you should know what they are talking. Important or not important is different. At least what is the heading trying to tell you? UN records more than 600 killings near aid center, humanitarian convoys in Gaza. Right? It is just about what is happening, nothing. Don't worry about the numbers and all. Where is Gaza? Israel, Palestine. Please, that you should be aware. Open book, check where exactly Gaza is present. Beside Gaza, which area is there? Okay, it has like Mediterranean Sea is there. It touches like Egypt, right? At least those type of things. Pakistan army says it killed 30 militants at Afghan border. You just need to know which place. That's not beyond that. Okay. Quotes, what you read, what comes is completely different. Don't waste your time. This time they asked, yeah, even hockey they asked, like, how many points you won and all. How many will you remember? Coco, yeah. So don't worry. Fine. Sports, yes, quickly. Sports you are leaving. World, you're just reading headlines. Places in news. Economy, government is important. Not everyone else. pages which are very important is news, right? These three pages and first page is very, very important. News, editorial, I told you, depends upon who has written. Okay. States, I told you, just go through Northeast issues. No, let's see the issue. Okay. I hope you got how to identify. Uh, After this, what I want you to do, I'll also try every day, at least, like, for few days. Don't read. First sit and identify. Spend time 10 minutes in identifying. Reading later you can. Okay. 1 week sit with identify. Know whether it is important or not. Fine. Don't think about, sir, I have to link it with the static now itself. It depends upon what stage of preparation you are. So if you have already read subjects, the moment you get to know its polity, you know where you have read. You can add it. But if you have not read anything, if you sit with newspaper, you don't know where to link it. Okay. Now, what is notes making? Okay. First thing, I told this issue is important. Okay. Tell me, is this information important or issue important? Issue. Is there any guarantee that UPSC will also see the same newspaper and make question? UPSC will ask a question on Modi going to Trinidad and Tobago, or will they ask content from newspaper? Not exactly these lines. No one will copy paste from these lines. What is notes making for you now is how many million people? 35. Where is he talking about? Trinidad and Tobago. Where is Trinidad and Tobago? Caribbean Islands. Location. So first thing, what is the notes that you will do here is just write, like, Modi visited as this is the notes. You are not writing date, what he did, what he spoke, nothing is important. Okay, he visited. We need to do analysis of this later. You read the newspaper, don't make notes. For me, notes is required on the issue. Okay, not on the entire aspects. Yeah, I'll show you later. Then, did you get? I'll show you how to make points from this. You see, next, Supreme Court, I told you, not required. What is this, guys? India tells WTO. Now you see, it may levy. What is the meaning of levy? Impose retaliatory tariffs worth $724 million on US imports. Now the point is, what is the meaning of retaliatory tariffs? Fine. Issue is more important than the content alone. So what is the notes for you? What is India trying to impose? Retaliatory tariffs. Which organization? Don't talk about whom. Don't worry about whom. What is more important? This. What is the meaning? Under what conditions we are going to impose? What is the meaning of anti-dumping duties? What is the meaning of countervailing duties? They all come into picture once you get to know this. Retaliatory tariffs, WTO. See, now newspaper has no relevance. The moment you wrote this, what is there in the newspaper has no relevance. So you are not wasting time in reading what is there inside. Don't worry about them. Only the headings if you have. We can do research on this. See, now Hindu newspaper is enough or not, I don't know. But I can tell if I search Modi visited Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, open your mobiles. Search search Modi's visit to Trinidad and Tobago. Please don't type UPSC. Without typing UPSC, you see Modi's visit to Trinidad and Tobago. Good. What all you got? First one, what you got? PIB. Have you got Indian Express? No. Hindu newspaper. Then Times. Huh. Then news. Any government websites you see? PIB is there. Now open PIB. That article you read. Okay. Check once. It will be worth 100 to 150 marks. 100 to 150 words. This is notes. Are you getting the point? This is notes. PIB. When you open, you got the information. You read whenever you want. Whenever you want, you read. But you should know this is the information about that. Not what you call, like, what is there in the newspaper. Who is official? Now you are the one who have to set question paper. Okay. Will you search Hindu newspaper and set question paper, or PIB government websites will you search and make question paper? Government websites. And if PIB has given this, you know what happens? They will help you in writing a 10 marks answer. If you read Hindu newspaper, it's more about politics, whom he met, how he dressed, more about that. Here they focus on official signatures. And you have to write a 10-mark question. Let's say Modi visited Caribbean islands. What is India's relationship with Caribbean islands? Same points you have to write. So you are reading to get content and prepare for exam. Okay. Second, I'll come to that. Is this IR based? Is this IR based? I'll tell time frames from when to read. International relations, if you read from August after mains, if you read, it's enough. But as of now, you should be aware what to store. Right? If you are seeing in mobiles, if you can, like, download it and keep it separately, have a group for yourself, like, your own Telegram thing, where you keep on posting these issues are important. Saturday, Sunday, right? Monday to Saturday, whatever you collect. Sunday, you said editorials, nothing will be there. You'll be little free. Let's say you're walking somewhere, you're going somewhere. Go through it. See what they are. That's enough. Awareness, I'm telling you. This you can segregate it as IR and keep in the notes. You can read them later. After classes are done, you can. The point is, you should know what is the actual. Okay, second, search now. Go back. Now, search the same thing with UPSC. Put it as UPSC and search. Same issue. Modi visited Trinidad and Tobago, UPSC. You'll get institutions. Huh. And you see institutions, they will give their own stories. Okay. There's people like you who have given 3 4 attempts. they sit and write websites. If you want to study theirs, they are not the one who has cleared. They are the one who have not cleared, so they are working for money. Their work is every day 30, 20, 10 articles they have to put. So what they'll do, target based approach, they'll sit, they will do. A lot of people nowadays use ChatGPT. You know, ChatGPT will tell what has happened. Stop that. Now what happens, many people I know, like, they do with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT gives gist of everything. EIB gives you official information. They copy paste. This is the change in your preparation. Now you see next one, retaliatory tariffs in WTO. Search retaliatory tariffs in WTO. Now, are we looking for, like, India specific news, or are we looking for what exactly retaliatory tariffs are? Right? We are not looking at the issue. We are looking at what? See which websites you are getting. Do you have WTO? Open that. Have they given? Given. Okay. So now you tell what is to be read. Don't you think when I have to set a question paper, you have to set a question paper, I know retaliatory tariffs are important. What will I search? Is there anything better than WTO? They copy paste these lines. They copy paste these lines. What happens is you don't know from where they are asking. Then people will be like, sir, which website, which thing, which should I read Vivek Singh, should I read Ramesh Singh? People are more concerned about it. I'm telling you, 1 year of constant preparation. If you really ask me, if I am reading newspaper now, I will take not less than 2 to 3 hours to understand. Okay, if anyone comes and tells me I finish in 1 hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm like, fine. You are reading, you're not understanding. Once coaching is completed, once your subjects are completed, you understand each and every point. As of now, the issue, what is the issue for you guys? What is the issue for you? India tells WTO it may levy retaliatory tariffs worth this much. The Indian government notified this. The move comes, issue there explained. You all know that US is trying to put sanctions on India. India is trying to put sanctions. Done. Our preparation is done. You understand this? Leave. But you are not understanding the core. Question is about the core. Because you are, who files a case? Who is filing a case? India. India means officers. Who are the officers? You are the officers. What case will you file is is important for you. Yes or no? What case you are filing is important. Terminology is important. What terms will you use? This term. In case you read which article anything is given in that WTO, you came back, it's fine. But if not, check, will directly give according to Article 22.1, 22.2 of WTO. Okay, you will feel I don't know WTO articles. First of all, WTO has articles or not, we don't. In that 22.2, four things they'll give. Retaliatory measures is one. One of the option is retaliatory measures. You will come back, you will prepare for next year. Okay, I should read all the articles of WTO also. Okay, clearing is different from reading. Everyone reads, they don't want to clear. It's all about shortcuts. Now you imagine, okay, same thing, same issue you see in UPSC website. Okay, what they'll do, they will tell completely Trump gave this on this date. Okay, Trump, they focus more on Trump rather than focusing on the issue. The officer who is filing, he will be helping in making questions. They'll ask people, different departments, what all questions are there. They'll tell we are going for WTO. Acha, this one. What am I filing? They'll go back. Talk to a doctor about a disease and a common man about a disease. Can I say doctor talk specifically? You tell to doctor, I want a question on Nipah virus. What will he give? Symptoms, from where it started, what all will come, correct? Common man, Kerala got two, like So we are focusing more on what, where, which place and all rather than other issues. Reading newspaper is little tricky because of this. Anyways, you got this? Yes. As I told, Naga tribes issue. Don't make notes. Okay. Read to understand what they are trying to tell. Okay. Don't go in detail because, I'm sorry. Naga tribes to resume protest against state's job reservation policy. This is all about local issue. In Karnataka, some protest is going on. Somewhere, some protest is going on. Don't go in detail except if it is Northeast, because in Northeast, anything can become violent. You have seen SC reservation led to, like, meat, tea, cookie disputes. That's why it's important. Okay, next. I told you not required. This also no need to make notes. Understanding is enough. I want you to read carefully about what is there. That's it. Okay. You just see this word, Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. You write that in the notes. That's it. Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. Because you might have heard China is talking about it, India is talking about it. Regularly, it's in news. The question can be about that. Right? What question will come? Tourism based question is always about geographical question. What river, which river originates? Like Kailash is part of which mountains? Okay, those type of questions will come, not with respect to what do you call it as how many and other aspects. This one, this one. Who is talking? Lieutenant. Please try to see what he told. His gist is enough. Okay, just I want you to identify the terms he is using, because people of this stature, they use technical terms, they don't use normal regular terms. You might have seen during Operation Sindoor, right, when they were talking, they used purely technical terms. And as an officer, you should understand every technical term. If Indian government is talking something and you being an officer, secretary, if you are not understanding what terms they are talking, that means you are not understanding what it is. You should know. When officers say, you should know. Bureaucracy say, you should know. Science and technology, you should know. I'm not asking you, should an officer know how to launch BrahMos? Or should an officer know that it's cruise? Cruise. That much clarity is important. Okay. This one. Yes. Here, just see the issue is. What is the issue all about? Dalai Lama. Okay. Dalai Lama is associated with what? Tibet, China, India. Correct? So, notes must be China and India on Dalai Lama. Nothing beyond. This should be the notes. You have to do research. You have to do research on this issue. What is it? Dalai Lama successor. How is he found? If someone asks you, how is he found? What is the problem between China and India with respect to this? This can be a serious issue between two countries. Issue has started. No in detail, especially Pakistan, China, US, Russia, becomes very, very important for you. Okay. Now, Manipur government sets December targets to wind up relief camps. Who is the government and all? That if you check, it's enough. Is no need to write notes. I told you this. If you want, you should know for elections what are all used. Okay, because see, next 4 or 5 days, if you are getting only this news regular, Aadhaar card is allowed, election card is allowed. If they keep on talking about the same, check what it is. Okay, search in your thing now. Which documents are permitted? Which documents are permitted for for electoral rolls? ROLLS. Do you get? Do you have Election Commission of India? Yes. Open. Do you have? That list will be given. See, you will take time. It's not like 1 day, 2 days, you will learn what to search, what not to search. But the point is, are you getting the difference in seeing? You should start thinking about what the issue is, search the issue, not what is given in the newspaper. Because remember, tomorrow if they ask you which documents are permitted in election commission, you don't recollect Bihar elections. You will start thinking, okay, Election Commission of India, I have to read in detail. It's in polity. That's where your preparation will go to. You won't identify what is right, what is wrong. And especially things like this, Aadhaar and ration. Many people get confused. Is Aadhaar allowed? Because we show Aadhaar everywhere. So you get a doubt, is Aadhaar allowed? Might be. Because government has taken all. And what is Aadhaar? What is Aadhaar? Identification. Is Aadhaar about, uh, what do you call it as? Address? Is it address proof? Or is it identity proof? Right? That's why you can keep on changing address. You can't change photos, you can't change other things in Aadhaar, but you can keep on changing address. This is the core. Okay. So you should know that is not address proof. Now comes to the main question. Like, I'm just helping you out. Now let's come to the main question. What is elections all about? Is it about your identity, or is it about the place from where you are going to vote? So for that, do you need residential thing? Yes. Aadhaar address can be, you can be from one place, you can vote in another place. You can keep on changing, right? So that cannot be accepted. Wherever the changes can be made easily with respect to address, that will not be accepted. So what are permitted becomes important. Aadhaar, they can ask the other way around. In which of the following Aadhaar is used? Are you getting the point? This is where, like, preparation changes. So notes must not be with respect to Bihar issue. It's only about electoral. Okay. Families. Search aluminium and copper vision documents. Open aluminium and copper vision documents. You have? No? You have the documents given apart from Hindu? Vision documents. Hmm? PIB is there. See how many pages they have given? One page. Hmm? Ministry of Mines. Search. That's what. See, I want you to see the vision document. Directly you have to open the vision document. You will get. And in that they would have given targets. Summary targets will be there. In the documents, first pages, you will have summary documents. That becomes important. Yes? Nalco? Yeah. So whatever I'm just trying to tell, you should read what you call gist of it. In the first page, summary will be given of any article, introduction or summary. Targets will be given. Same thing will be copy pasted in exam. They won't go beyond that. I told you the word cartelization. That's it. This is with respect to maps. Now is two things. One, will this take time for you to see? Yes, because it will not be covered in one part. Let's say it will not be covered in one. Now the point is, how many issues did you identify? Hardly four. Right, four. Write four issues. You tell me in a month, if you take, you may get hardly 40 to 50 articles, not beyond that, correct? 40 to 50. That also keeps repeating. In other months also, it will start repeating. In a year, you get approximately like uh, 150 to 200 issues. 150 to 200 issues. In these issues, mains issues will be there, prelims issues will be there. If you work on this 150 to 200, that's done. That only is your PT 365. That only is other issues. But here you will have confidence that you are reading from the right source. There you have to trust someone. Second, guys, you read and make gist has more value compared to me reading and giving you gist. Now I'll give you notes. Okay, what will I give? I'll give this, and I will just take few important points that I feel and give it to you. You don't understand the relevance of this. You will feel, should I read Modi visited? No, you will leave because you didn't identify what is important. Someone identified it for you. So what happens if I give you 100 list? I have students who bring PT 365 and give it to me and ask, sir, please mark important areas. Like, So the point is, someone has identified important areas. You are again asking what is important among them. Why? Because you don't have time. You didn't do it. Monthly, can't you read 25 to 30 articles, guys? You can. Don't you think that is answer writing? Read the article without seeing right about it. That is also answer writing. Current affairs based answer writing is that. Are you getting the point? Two things. Technical things. Retaliatory. You saw, right? Technical. Write exact terms. Write exact terms. Are you copying constitution? Are you copying an article from constitution? No creativity. Purely you have to write what is there. You can't change. Government official language can never be changed. You have to write same way. Okay. If it is Dalai Lama, issue. It's issue. Issue can be opinion. Issue can be opinion. That language can change. Technical terms language should not change. For example, vision document. Is it technical? Targets, will it be technical? Yes. So can you change the targets? Language also changes. Let's say India wants to reduce non-fossil fuels based electricity, okay, by some percentage. India wants to add renewable energy by 50%. Okay, what is the term here? Non-fossil fuels based. What is the term here? You should see what's the difference. Non-fossil fuels is different from renewable. Renewable energy, solar energy, wind energy, they all come into picture. Non-fossil, nuclear technology also comes into picture. Okay. Classes, no lecturers have time to elaborate these type of things in 1 week. They won't be spending. Any classroom you go, anything you go, they won't be spending. This you should learn. Language should be learned through newspaper over a period of time. If you focus only on percentages, you won't be able to recollect. Are you getting the point? If simply they can ask you which of the following are non-fossil fuel based energy, what are renewable energy, what are the targets? Now what UPSC does, interchange this. This word will be changed with this word. Now you read this, you have clarity. The point is, the moment they put renewable energy, you feel both are same. Both are same. You'll say fine. What UPSC does, president will be changed to prime minister. Prime minister will be changed to chief minister. And anyone who makes question paper, please understand this. If I am making question paper, okay, I have to see the word. I have to show from where I am copy pasting the question. And in that same line, I will add not, all, only. I will change the language of the line. I won't change the line, because if I change the line, meaning changes. Right? So no person will try to show or create new lines in exam, because he knows he is answerable to justify the question. I have to justify what is the actual answer. If I am in assumption, they will scold me. So what I will do, I have to give 5 questions. I will take 5 topics, and in the same line, I will modify and give. Now what happens? You have already read the line, but you forgot the actual line. Are you getting the point? You forgot whether not was there or not. You forgot all was there or not. You read everything. You read president, but you don't know whether it is president or prime minister. This confusion is to eliminate. They are not selecting you, they are eliminating. If I want to select you, I will give same lines until whether you know or you don't. If I want to eliminate, then only I modify and ask. Correct? If you want to help someone prove that they have knowledge, you will ask easy. That's what all exams are. But when you want to eliminate someone, you make it tricky. Same line, you will make it tricky. So until and unless we read original sources, it's of no use. Okay. So guys, make best use of newspaper that is there. Daily 1 hour, not more than that. Okay. Read it for two things. One, in language. Okay. Make it your language. When you write answers, I want to see this particular one. Okay. I'll take other two sessions, right? Next week again will be, right? There I'll take four newspapers. Okay. We'll take four newspapers. And those four newspapers will only see what is important and what is not. Will not worry about making notes. I'll tell you how. One newspaper I'll tell how to make. Remaining, I just want you have to take papers. I want you to identify what is important and what is not important. For some time work on this. We'll learn the process. Once this is done, I'll take sessions like month based current affairs I'll take. We'll have discussions. Saturdays we'll have some or the other discussions, Yojana, Kurukshetra, anything that is required, we'll take and discuss. But the point is, as of now, I want you to learn to identify what is important and what is not. Let's be slow, don't worry, right? Guys, now think in this manner. You doing all this, some teacher doing all this. What do you learn? What do you learn? If you see Hindu newspaper analysis of every day, someone is doing everyday Hindu newspaper analysis. What do you understand? What is the issue? What is the language? Will he or she tells in simple language or will they use technical terminology? Simple language. You don't understand newspaper language. Second, handouts. This concept of handouts has come. Like earlier this was not there. It's purely marketing. Is just remember, if I tell every day I'll give you newspaper analysis and all, anyone likes one page over 18 pages newspaper. And the best part is you don't read that one page also. Every day you don't read that one page also. Why you don't read is it's not interesting. Correct. Now, after this, I want to take one session only on answer writing and detailed notes making. Every topper you see, any topper you see, issues you should have one page. Mains topics, one page. It should fit. So what happens at the end when you're writing mains, you will have 100 issues, 100 pages. Based on the syllabus, you can just go through it, go and write in the mains. That should be ready with you. Okay, any issue should fit in one page, not more than now Trinidad and Tobago. Like that, issues are there, it should fit in one page. If it's less than one page, it's not worth mains question. Anything. Any issue, if it's less than one page, it's not worth mains. They won't waste their time. Are you getting the point? So, hope you got. Fine. Next, let's say, like, Monday to Friday, I want you to take newspapers, take hard copy as much as possible. You have enough to see on, yeah. Uh, see, see, guys, you have to see videos, okay, classes, everything. Don't think that is easy. Earlier, people used to read more in books, only newspaper they used to read here. Today, everyone sees some videos at least in their preparation. Don't keep on reading. It's not so comfortable. Reading in newspaper makes more sense. And it is helpful in exam also. Marking important words and all and working on it. So please take hard copy. Okay. Unless my financial position is so bad that I can't take newspaper, that's fine. Take someone's newspaper at least. No one reads. At the end of the day, you go to study, your hostels and all, everyone brings newspaper, no one studies. So take someone's, keep it. I'm not asking you to do, at least identify every day and write the notes. You throw newspaper. Now after the four issues that I told, that newspaper is useless. Now you are working on mobile, those issues. You get a feeling, I'm done with the paper. And I'm telling you, 1 week you do, if you're confident of throwing the newspapers that this is not helpful for me anymore, you feel confidence that you're doing something. In this exam, to make yourself comfortable for 1 year, you should every day get a feeling that you are doing something. You're finishing your targets. If you're not finishing the targets, you feel the pain, right? You at the end of the day, you always feel I didn't read newspaper also. It keeps on piling up. People say, like, once I'll sit and do, never. This is where I want you to just take, see the headings and feel I have seen today. That itself will help you to motivate yourself that yes, I'm doing my work. Consistency is the key, nothing more than that. Fine. Okay, this will meet next week.